From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your evening weather update.
Heat advisory continues in place for all of the viewing area once again, not just for the remainder of this afternoon and evening, but once again for Thursday and Friday. And they may have to extend this into portions of Saturday as well for those high heat index values that will be up over 100 for the next few days. Daytime air temperature highs today have been hot, well into the mid-90s across the area. A few locations and backyard thermometers and such have been into the upper 90s. 93 so far is the official daytime high in the Lawrenceburg Airport area. 94 in Columbia, 96 in Hohenwald, 95 in Athens, Florence, back to Savannah and Iuka, 96 in Russellville. Decatur, Alabama this afternoon came in at 98. Those are daytime official highs. Other areas have been warmer here and there in the rural regions. Here are heat index values as of right now before we go into the 6 p.m. hour and head into the evening. Well up over 105 in most areas, and some of us over 110. Heat index to 107 from Lawrenceburg up to Columbia. 106 is the heat index here in Hohenwald. 104 back to Savannah. 111 from Athens up into the Fayetteville, Tennessee area. 107 is the heat index value here in Decatur, and 109 is what it feels like in the Shoals late this afternoon before we head into the early evening hours across Tennessee Valley. Mostly clear skies out there, just some high thin cirrus clouds moving through the area, a few puffy cumulus clouds, not really much of anything to block out the sun, so plenty of sunshine today, more sunshine tomorrow and Friday, but some clouds at times. Just no big weather systems coming in here. The weather map is quiet on satellite and radar composite, and we expect it to be that way for the next several days. But there is an increasing chance of a few isolated showers and thunderstorms as we head into the weekend and early next week. Here's Futurecast this evening. Mostly clear skies out there, upper 80s to lower 90s heading into the 6 and 7 o'clock hours. But as we head deeper into the evening, we get past sunset, we lose that daytime heating. We get out of the 80s into the 70s overnight, dropping down to the mid 70s for your morning lows with mostly clear skies on your Thursday morning. Then we do this all over again, well up into the 90s by midday in the afternoon. Few locations could get near 100, but Futurecast often overdoes the temperatures near the shoals by a couple degrees, so it may be more like the upper 90s instead, mid to upper 90s, I think, area-wide. Heat index values, once again, 105 or higher by the afternoon. A few clouds here and there, but mostly sunny across the area. No rain chances for our Thursday. Those will stay down into central and south Alabama, but as we get closer to the weekend, we may see a few showers and maybe a few thunderstorms out there. Can't completely rule out a shower on Friday. The rain chance is not zero. We're not going to have the rain icon on Friday for the 7-day, but we do have a 10% chance of a shower on Friday. Better chances for isolated showers and thunderstorms come for the weekend as this weak frontal boundary gets into the area and the upper level ridge of high pressure gradually weakens. So that does allow more scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms Saturday, Sunday into the first part of next week across the area. Daytime highs the next few days, mid to upper 90s. A few folks, especially northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi, southwest Tennessee, back near Savannah, may get near 100 or 101, especially on your backyard thermometers. Heat index values near or over 105 through Saturday, and then we start to dip down a little bit Sunday, and then back into the mid-80s for daytime highs. Heat index values in the 90s as we head into the first part of next week. Rain chances overall low, but they do start to tick up beginning Friday with a 10% chance of a shower, and then they come up with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms possible over the weekend into the start of next week, and there may be a day or two here where we have to bump things up to 30 to 40%. We're just not yet into the higher resolution model range, but keep checking back over the next day or two as we continue to assess the forecast. But the takeaway message is after heat the next few days, there is some relief on the way in terms of isolated storm chances and temperatures that are still warm, but not quite as hot as what we're seeing this week. We're watching the tropics very carefully. We have Tropical Storm Franklin still on the board that's crossed Hispaniola today. We have a couple of other disturbances out in the Atlantic. This is the former circulation that was once Tropical Storm Emily. So a lot to watch out here. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Franklin, moving north-northeast at 13. Barely hanging on the tropical storm status, though. Maximum sustained winds at 40 miles per hour this afternoon. Here's the track. It is expected to hook northeastward, then back north in the West Atlantic. Not expected to be a direct threat to the United States, but it may increase the waves and the rip current risk along the eastern and northeastern coast of the United States. May also become not just a hurricane, but possibly a significant hurricane as it tracks just to the west of Bermuda going into early next week. And then we're going to be watching something and starting showing models with a low pressure near the Yucatan that develops late weekend and early next week. There's the possibility that tropical disturbance might try to become a tropical depression, maybe even a low-end tropical storm as it heads up toward the Florida Peninsula or the Big Bend area. Just giving an early heads up because you may start to hear about that the next couple days. Even if that does happen, not expecting a big system because there will be some wind shear over the area despite the really warm Gulf waters. Also, this will stay well to the southeast of our local area. So even if it does develop, no local impacts here to the Tennessee Valley. And then we have a couple more disturbances we're watching. Both of these likely to recurve out into the open Atlantic, including the code red one here in the open Atlantic, which used to be Tropical Storm Emily. So the tropics are heating up, as you would expect, as we head into late August and get ready to head to the heart of the hurricane season the next few weeks. Back locally here, partly cloudy overnight. Temperatures dropping out of the 90s into the 80s this evening, then into the mid 70s by morning here for your morning lows. Warming quickly, though, as we head through the morning. We'll be back into the 90s tomorrow. For daytime highs, it looks like mid to upper 90s across the area. Back closer to Savannah, a few folks may get closer to the triple digits. And these are not heat index values. These are daytime air temperature highs. More of the same down in northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. Mid to upper 90s here. And a few folks may briefly get into the triple digits. Heat index values area-wide near or over 105. And a few of us may have heat index values near or over 110 for a little bit into the afternoon hours. More the same for Friday. But again, on Friday, you don't see it on the 7-day because it's only a 10% chance. But I can't rule out a stray shower Friday afternoon, but no widespread rain or anything like that. We do start to increase the chance of isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms from the weekend into the first half of next week. Notice also we come out of the mid to upper 90s back into the mid to upper 80s going into the first half of next week as well. There's look at your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.